Not Spanish 1. I think she dropped that class.
Was she not the smartest thing to do, like,
oh my gosh, it's recording! Okay. It's embarrassing. Okay, so I'm doing Sonnet 73 by Shakespeare. And yeah, here we go. So, that time of year thou mayest me behold, when yellow leaves are nine or few do hang, upon the boughs that shake against the cold, barroon choirs where late the sweet bird sang. And me thou seest twilight of such day, as after the sunset fadeth in the west, which by and by black night doth take away, death's second self that seals up all in rest. And me thou seest the glowing of such fire, that on the ashes of his youth doth lie, as the deathbed whereon it must expire, consumed with that which it was nourished by. This thou perceivest, which makes thy love more strong, to love that well which thou must leave ere long. There we go. So that's my poem. And, no, sonnet, sorry. And so my theme that I came to conclude was, does one have to be perfect to be truly loved? So I came to this conclusion by looking at two of the main literary devices that were in the poem. Sonnet, sorry. These were, the first one was a metaphor. So honestly, this whole poem is a metaphor comparing himself to autumn. The one that struck me the most was the first line, actually, that time of year thou mayest me behold. Because this made me feel empty inside, as if all of the yellow leaves inside me were almost gone, which ties next to the next verse. Sorry, I forgot to say it. This makes me think of a person who I honestly think the poem is reflecting to, who once had something in them, but everything is almost gone, as if it has all dropped out of them, like the yellow leaves were hanging and falling down. Tying it back to the poem, summer is full of life and energy, but then autumn comes, and then transitions into winter. And in autumn, everything starts to fade and starts to fall out of place, because in summer it was so alive and beautiful, whereas in autumn it just starts to go away. So autumn in this sonnet was not unintentional to be chosen. I feel like it was a great impact on the poem that he chose this season to describe his feelings or his emotions or whoever he was talking about. Okay, the second literary tool that really struck me in his poem, in his sonnet, sorry I keep saying that, was personification. Personification was really prominent in the sentence, death's second self that seals up all in rest. So if you think about it, death can't really seal something up in rest. So this line, before I'd analyzed it, made me feel really sad, but also made me feel calm. And I wasn't too sure why, but when I really thought about it, it's almost like everyone going to sleep. It seals up all in rest. Everyone's kind of fading out after summer and to go into hibernation for the winter. So it's almost as if everyone is kind of taking their rest, a really calm, death-like rest. So it's a darker personification or comparison, not a comparison, but I mean, it's a darker image of what I would have thought of to compare death to rest or rest to death. But in this poem it really worked because it kind of sealed up that whole concept of fading out and dying for, not dying, but just your soul kind of emptying after summer. So that really worked for me. So after seeing these literary tools, I really honestly came to my original theme of, does one have to be perfect to be truly loved? And this is how I came to it, because this person's not perfect. But in the last stanza, which was the one I read, I can't really remember now, it's okay. I think it says, this thou perceivest. Okay, I can't remember, this is really embarrassing. Where's my sheet? Okay. This is so bad. This is like the end of the poem. Okay, I'm gonna start recording now. Bye.